Hey guys, today we're going to touch on some news for the First Descendant. Some of this information is quite old, but it's likely information you won't know anything about, and the new information is something that you'll want to mark in your calendars. So what I've found out so far is that a lot of people have a perception issue with Nexon, and this mainly is around pay to win, where you have to spend money to beat the game. Take Diablo Immortal for example, they have made bank. Over $100 million in 2 months after its release. I think we can agree some people have more money than sense, and Diablo Immortal is a great example of what we don't want this game to be. Fortunately, I've been able to find some information which should eliminate this concern for you. In this Twitter post, they comment, "What I can say for sure is that we don't have plans to adopt a loot box based pay to win service model which can hurt our intended user experiences. Instantly, this should reassure you that Nexon will not be doing a pay-to-win game, as they're trading carefully and strategically to align themselves in the looter-shooter genre." Even more interesting, they're commenting to themselves that Project Magnum takes inspiration from a number of looter-shooter games such as Destiny, Anthem, Warframe, and Outriders. Now, of course, this all sounds fantastic, and sign me up. These games are all fantastic, and if they're drawing inspiration from all of them, we should really be in for a treat. Obviously, gameplay will be different, as they don't want to be copying any of the above games, as that could turn ugly for Nexon really quickly, especially if they do turn out to be that Destiny killer everyone's been waiting for. Although, to date, we haven't had such a game, so I'm sure Bungie will be relieved with that statistic. However, they are focused on creating amazing experiences for players. Can I get an amen? This is why I love Nexon. They've touched on co-op play and specifically mention Outriders to multiplayer in various circumstances. Now, I genuinely hope they've jumped into games with others, and they should then realise that peer-to-peer is absolutely shit. And with 4 players in a team, with potentially very challenging content, you don't want to be running on a peer-to-peer server. So dedicated servers are pretty likely considering the above. They are focusing on meeting new players, which will get the most out of playing with others. While I have absolutely no idea what this will be like, I'm looking forward to learning more about it. Matchmaking will be an element, but I think they could have an ace up their sleeves which none of us have seen before, so fingers crossed. Referencing in Destiny and Outriders due to how fans describe it is a ballsy move, and they touch on what we can look to expect at first, but also what we could look to expect in the future. Mainly PvE is the focus for now, but PvP could work its way in the future, who knows. Maybe we'll see this game launch with PvP, but personally, I would want them to hold off initially, as balancing a game is important, and you don't get that right from launch, as there will always be metas and something which is broken. They are aware that PvP is a rising need, but to be fair, it complements games and also gives them a reason to ban cheaters from the game, like how Destiny 2 does. They actually do stuff about cheaters. The benefit for Nexon is because the game is free to play. I hope this will support the decision-making process to get rid of people who cheat, because I'm personally sick of seeing it within games. So moving on to PlayStation, they have promised to offer a 4K resolution and support for DualSense controllers on PS5, which I hoped was a given considering they've touched on basically everything else imaginable. And then finally, for the end of the old news, they are talking about an impressive post-release roadmap for the game to keep players engaged for as long as possible. If this does not scream live service, I have absolutely no idea what will. All in all, I am very, very impressed with this game and what it can potentially offer. I hope this will give you a ton of information you weren't aware of, regardless of the information's age. It's just difficult to find, because they only have 451 followers on their Twitter, and compared to other games out there, this is a very small follower base, so I would actively encourage you to go on their Twitter and give them a follow as you could learn more about news upcoming, which might not reach YouTube unless covered in videos such as this. And now finally for the new news. Bookmark your calendars for Gamescom because Nexon will be presenting a full trailer of this game, and I'm sure you'll want to see it as soon as possible. Gamescom is taking place between the 23rd and the 28th of August, which is around 2 weeks from the date of recording. So yeah, exciting times. Anyway guys, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and remember to join our Facebook group, which is pinned in the comments, and if you would be so kind as to like and subscribe due to the video, that would be so much appreciated, honestly. Anyways guys, take care and I'll catch you on the next one.